Hey, it's Armand. Thank you for joining me. I am an Army veteran, retiree, and federal government employee. And today I'm talking about the 5 differences between the active duty military and the federal GS employee. Let's get started. Work-life balance. While in uniform, I could be called upon at any hour on any given day. And I remember, as a first sergeant, getting a call on Christmas Eve and being told I had to go and pick up a soldier at a jail cell. As you can imagine, that was very unpleasant. In the Army, you can be expected to work on weekends, after 5 p.m., on holidays, really 24/7. In the GS system, you can pick which days you would like to work. Maybe you want to work 4 days a week. You can do that. Maybe you want to work 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, or even 10 hours a day. There are plenty of departments that actually let you do this. So that's one of the benefits. It's highly unlikely that your phone will be ringing at 9 p.m. with your supervisor or somebody wanting to talk to you. So work-life balance is greatly improved once you get into the GS federal system. Number 2, while I was enlisted in the Army, I received, as we all did, a housing and a food allowance, which is money set aside so that you can eat and also that you can pay your rent or mortgage. Now, this was beneficial because it is shielded from taxes. And in Hawaii, you would get up to $3,000 extra a month for your housing. Now, unfortunately, this all goes away once you get into the GS system. But we do have cost of living allowance, which is called COLA. They do have that in certain cities like Washington, D.C., San Francisco, New York City, where you are allowed to get hundreds of dollars more per month in order to equate with that cost of living in that area. 3, there is actually sick leave in the military where you have to get up regardless if you're feeling horrible or the stomach hurts. And you have to go see a medical professional after you get into uniform so that they can tell you, yes, you're sick. Maybe you shouldn't work today. And in that case, they give you this piece of paper, which is called quarters. Now, in the GS system, you can accumulate sick days. And these days, they can be stacked upon one another for infinity, really. You can keep accumulating them. And this is a luxury that the GS employee has because if you wake up and don't feel well, you don't have to go to the doctor. You can use those sick hours or sick days that you have. Number 4, a lack of a rank structure. In the military, we're used to saluting every second lieutenant that we see or going at parade rest when we see a senior non-commissioned officer or NCO. The GS system is different, and you will not see a GS-14 standing at parade rest for a GS-15. That is not something that's ingrained into the culture. Even an SES could walk into the building and not everyone standing up at attention. So there's more familiarity, a little bit more comfortable to approach your supervisor or maybe your supervisor's supervisor without feeling that you have to have your hands behind your back or saying sir at the end of each sentence. So this is one area I viewed as a positive in the GS federal employee. 5, the lack of MedPros, or 350-1 training for that matter. So in the Army, if you don't go to dental or if you don't get certain shots that you're supposed to have, you show up on a list. And this is briefed to the battalion or brigade commander that shows this individual did not do what he was supposed to in regards to your health care. Now in the GS federal system, it is not like that, which means you have to take more responsibility of your own health care, and it's no longer an issue of the organization. It's really just your issue, and you have to stay on top of that. I enjoyed having that freedom and not having to worry about my name showing up on a list and detracting me from other objectives of that day. And that wraps up my 5 takeaways, the differences between a GS federal employee and the active duty military service member. I'm sure I missed a few, so if you can think of some that I didn't mention, go ahead and mention those down in the comments and smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.